So guess what? This is my land. A fruitarian that has bought a bit of land right next to it is trying to block me. And you know, I even went bold. Wow. 50 raw butters. Philippines got good water. So it's been a long time since I've done an update, and that's because I've been looking after myself. I've been heavily detoxing since very early on arriving in the Philippines. Being out of London, smog, pollution, Wi-Fi, chemicals, and just being in a warm place where my body can detox in nature. I've gone through a lot over the last several weeks. Some recurring fevers, but that were passing through different glands and parts of my body each day, and then I'd be fine, and then it'd come back for a day. And yeah, this brings me, I really want to bring home the importance of fat, because if you do the raw carnivore diet without fat, it's dangerous. And Arjuna speaks about this a lot, and most of us have heard of rabbit starvation, and that's a real thing. So I was detoxing, and I found out almost too late, several weeks in, as I was getting weaker and weaker, that I simply wasn't having enough fat. And I thought I knew the message of fat, but somehow it hadn't properly sunk in. So then did everything in my power, and my friends helped me out to find some butter, because dairy is very uncommon in the Philippines, and a lot of the meat is lean compared to Europe. So I finally found some butter, raw butter online, and started having like 2 to 3 butter shakes a day. And I'm gonna link to the video in the description where I go through the recipe in London of the butter shake. And Arjuna's von der Planet says it's his central recipe to his whole program, and I see why. Because there's nothing more protective than butter. Animal fat is great too and is necessary, but it's also highly detoxing. So butter has this extra protective quality. So yeah, eggs and butter really save my ass. And literally Arjunas recommends that you have 1-to-1 weight, not calorie ratio of fat to protein. So that's a huge amount. We're talking, especially when you're recovering from a standard diet and from all the toxins stored in your body. So it can take around 2 years on a raw carnivore diet. But anyway, I'm way better now, totally fine for like 1 or 2 weeks. And yeah, very excited to get underway with this project, super excited. You know, I lost some of the weight that I did in London, but I'm already regaining it now that I can eat properly again and have plenty of fat. And you know, I even went bald. I cut my hair off because it's way cooler and more bearable with my hair cut. But I'm gonna let it grow back, and it's kind of like new beginnings, and it feels good. It's like quite a shock to the system, because I'm used to being a super hippie with long hair, but now I'm like getting ready to be a farmer. So you wouldn't believe it, I made an offer on some land already. I've only been here sort of a week, 10 days. And a fruitarian that has bought a bit of land right next to it is trying to block me. So all the way here in an indigenous faraway land, I'm still meeting this vegan delusion. So he's seen some of my videos and he knows about me, and he actually basically said I'm too low vibration for him. This is serious mental illness. Anyone that says low vibration, high vibration is totally demented. So, yeah, literally he's basically trying to block me from buying this land. I don't want this land now, but I don't like to be bullied, so he's gonna have something coming to him one way or another. Life will give him a reflection. But yeah, so this insanity has followed me across the ocean. Apparently I'm too low vibration to live near this fruitarian, even though he buys all his fruit from meat-eating Filipinos. All his other neighbors are meat-eating Filipinos, but somehow this European white boy is too low vibration to be near this fruitarian nutter, or fruitcake, should I say. So yeah, it's funny, you've got to see the humor in this. It's very comical. But on the other hand, it's cool that I was actually recognized by one of his friends all the way over here because he saw the squirrel arrest video. Hey, what you gotta do? A fruitarian is a fruitarian. It's about 2 inches. Whoa. 2 inches long. It's like moving stars, no? Wow! Oh, it's proper gorgeous. We're in a magic land. It's a cosmic Christmas tree. This guy is loud, man. It's like a fire alarm. Fucking crazy cricket. Oh, I can barely hear. It's like 4 a.m. This is how the cows are here. They're unhybridized and just roaming through the bush, through the jungle. Like wild, like nobody even owns this land. None of those Frisian black and white cows that you find all over Europe with the toxic A1 milk. They all have proper horns. You don't want to get charged by one of those. Fuck me.
I can give you 1,000.
Yeah? You'll give me 1,000, yeah, I'll do it. This is like gold dust here, or gold bars. 50 raw butters. It's literally like cashing gold in the fridge. Very hard to get good raw fat. 50. That looks quite good as well, it looks nice and yellow. So now first we're going to test the parts per million, or the total dissolved solids. This is my current tap water from a spring. So it's around 146. Slightly rising, but it's around that. Which is just quite a lot of sediment in there. But again, this is only superficial. It's actually about what the sediment is. Okay, so the sediment from the land, there's more. There's about 240 parts per million. But again, it's about what that is, rather than that being a deciding factor. It just gives us a rough idea what's in there. Now we got pH meter, which is even less relevant, except if you're an alkaline nut, which is all bullshit. So the land, it's just above neutral. Okay, my spring tap water in this rental place is pretty similar, just above neutral. Okay, so now to the real test to reveal what these parts per million are. So we're going to use an electrolysis device, which will essentially just pass electricity through the water, and it will bring out of suspension whatever's in the water, dissolved in the water, what those parts per million are. So through colors it will reveal to us the nature of these parts per million. So in natural spring water you've got plenty of red and yellow. These are natural minerals. And then if you get any black or green or blue, These can be heavy metals, viruses, bacteria, or pesticides and chemicals, if you get any of those colors. So that's what we don't want to see in either of these really, but especially not the big jar, which is the land. So here we go. It's kind of dangerous, so just be careful. There we go. It's starting to pass electricity into the water. So far, I can't see much bad stuff in either one, to be fair. So let's have it complete, because you don't know yet. There isn't really any green in there, or blue or black. Black would be heavy metals. There's an illusion of some green there because of... Put my hand behind it, you don't see any green. But we've got the bluey grey concrete. Yeah, I don't see any actual green. It looks good to me. Philippines got good water. So guess what? This is my land. This is the view from my land. What? Like... So basically we're gonna get underway with like raising the best animals that we know where they come from, fed on their natural local diet with no grains. And eventually, once we're a bit more healed and set up, we're going to invite people for healing retreats. So this is super exciting, like I just can't express it. Yeah, I've tested the water here. It's incredible spring water. Just everything about it is awesome. Eventually gonna build a boat, learn fishing, spear fishing, so we can teach that on the retreats. And yeah, just things like eating every part of the animal fresh, unrefrigerated. So many things. I'm just excited for the healing and getting to share this with you guys.